Just be happy I only killed one of them. They're all assassins.
And what are you?
I'm cleaning up Gotham. More than you ever did.
You're stealing territory from Black Mask and killing anyone who gets in your way.
Black Mask is just a part of the plan.
Plan? You're becoming a crime lord.
Yes, you can't stop crime. That's what you never understood. I'm controlling it. You want to rule them by fear, but what do you do with the ones who aren't afraid? I'm doing what you won't. I'm taking them out.
Tell me what happened to you. Let me help.
It's too late. You had your chance. And I'm just getting started.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Wayne Tech. Now today we're going to probably be working on something along the lines of smoke grenade. Smoke grenades are awesome. They're like a ninja's best friend. They provide cover and let you get away with awesome escapes, and just a lot of distraction elements goes into having a giant wave of smoke. Smoke screens are just freaking awesome. So there's a lot of videos on YouTube how to make smoke screens. Obviously, I just want to let you guys know off the bat, like legit, like a lot of things that I've actually learned to use or to make were from like ideas and things on YouTube. YouTube is like just a plethora of just great ideas all at your fingertips for you guys to access. You don't need me to show you how to do a lot of these things. Like, you can go on YouTube and kind of find different people testing out different things, and kind of, that's how I learned to do all the things that I do. I go on YouTube, I look, I see if I have an idea to make something, I look to see if that idea exists, or if someone's been working on something along the lines of that idea, and then I try to incorporate. I try to learn. People videotape their experiments and success and their failures with the stuff that they try to make. So you can go on YouTube, but you don't have to trial and error. A lot of people are doing that on YouTube alone. That's why I think making superhero things in general, just creating awesome things, it's our advantage that we have the internet and have YouTube to where we can all work together on these things to do the trial and error and like save a buttload of time. So again, yeah, so it's really easy to make these things. I'm just gonna make a quick video to kind of let you guys know how I do them and just kind of go over the fact that they're awesome and what I do to make. All right, cool. Let's do this. All right, so cool. All right, so yeah, you're just gonna use like these kind of blue. I have used different colors. You can use whatever color you want, but the red kind of turns out to be pink a little bit. It's not as cool. You don't want to use too much because otherwise it'll turn. It won't be colorful. It'll just be regular smoke. It'll just be darker smoke, but like without color. So if you wanted to have a color theme, boom, get yourself some. It doesn't really matter. Give me any kind of dye. I think our granite dye is really cool. So that brings up another point. When it comes to making things that like burn and melt, and, more or less, you want to use things that are like, less hazardous. A lot of things, including like different various plastics and things, are they have chemicals in them that to preserve them and like keep them clean, and pretty much when they're in their manufacturing process, those chemicals are added to most everything that we use, and those chemicals are fine if they're not being burned and turned into like a gas form. Otherwise, it could get very dangerous. For example, PVC. PVC is cool to melt, but once it starts melting to a certain temperature, basically when the PVC starts turning brown, you're releasing like basically toxins that could pretty much cause cancer. It's really, really, really bad for you. It's like horrible for the ozone and all that stuff. It's just really dangerous stuff to be messing with. So like if you can use biodegradable things that don't have those properties in them, the more you can do that, the better. So I don't recommend using a PVC like holder to put this smoke screen, because you're gonna melt the whole entire thing as it's throwing smoke. You get what I'm getting at. All right, so just just to be safe, just when you're gonna be jumping through the smoke like I like to do, you don't want to have to take a whiff of it or just have that poison pretty much around you. Just avoid it all at all costs by just using cardboard or something like that. Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, guys, let's do this real quick. All right, so first thing you're gonna need is something in a container. That's obviously the first thing you gotta do. You gotta get a container for whatever it is you're gonna be making the smoke bomb in. You can make it look cool. You can make it however you want, or wherever you think would be cool. But legit, remember what I was saying about it being lethal, because you could potentially catch cancer or all kinds of other bad things you don't want. So think about it. This is probably your safest bet, using like cardboard, like tubing or whatever, or like toilet paper roll. So you want to get one end of it, you want to close it. You don't want to use too much tape for the same reason that I just mentioned. because tape is one of those things. But you know, if you want to make it cool, you gotta know what you want and know what you're gonna use for it. If you're gonna be jumping through it or you're gonna be fighting in it, you know, I recommend not going ham on like the duct tape. You know, but if you want to look cool, you kind of just want to throw it just to be flashy. Yeah, keep that in mind. So let's get a container. Bam. And if you want it to be colorful, whatever you want to use, you can use any kind of dye that you have. You can have. I found this in Target by the the fabric section. This is kind of just like fabric dye, whatever. There's they have, what is it called? Organic ones, which you could use, and it's the same concept of what I was saying about the keeping it safe to burn. Another thing is potassium nitrate. Now a lot of people have different reasons or different methods of doing the smoke bomb, which is basically use potassium nitrate, which is KNO3. Not too complicated of a ingredient. Imagine air being pushed together into something that's as small as like a piece of like sand or whatever. You know, like one grain. It's that small, but when you burn all these grains, it just expands like gas would expand. It just explodes. So this isn't, this can be explosive if done a particular way, but this potassium nitrate is more to like kickstart a fire and like keep it going, and that's what's releasing all the gas that you see, all the smoke. It's just the chemical process of these little pieces of granules, like expanding and turning into a gas form. So it's just gas condensed, basically. So what you need this. So you need this. Like I was saying, a lot of people would prefer. Some people prefer to use the wax because wax is a little more easier to find, or it's more accessible. But the thing is, what I've seen a lot of people use the wax is just like it's very, it's not as thick. It's just it's cooler looking, but it's not as thick. And for me, I need it to be more practical. So I need to if I'm coming around this corner, I want someone not to see me. I need to for a fact they not be able to see me. So I can't have it like kind of thin. I have to be able to, if I'm coming around the corner and they're just like, how much smoke is, oh gosh, I don't know what's going on. I gotta be able to be like, fly kick, and they only see me once I kick them, not them see me running through the smoke and be like, oh, wait a second, and back up, So I need it to be as thick as possible. So I recommend using stump remover for the ingredient, which is again, just KNO3. Potassium nitrate. So next thing you're gonna need, last thing you need is sugar. Bam. Get yourself some sugar. And an optional thing you could use is baking soda. Baking soda slows it down the process, so there's more smoke. Yeah, if you want it to be perfect, you might as well use baking soda. But if you want to use just the basic, just bare minimum awesome smoke, you can just go ahead and just use sugar, potassium nitrate. You don't need anything else but these three things, realistically. These are the only ingredients that you need. Okay? But if you want it to be beast, get yourself some of this, get yourself some of this, and you're done. Cool? Alright, let's make it. And the sugar and the potassium nitrate. Now, potassium nitrate and sugar look the same. They kind of look, they're white powders. So you're going to want to do a 3-to-2 ratio. That's, you can look up different ratios online, but more or less it's 3-to-2. So basically what that means is just, for, every 3 amount of, because you can use as much as you want, but for every 3 amount of potassium nitrate, you want to use that same amount of sugar. So it's a 3-to-2 ratio. So what I did was, I don't have a measuring cup. You can use a scale if you want, and you can use, or a measuring cup. Measuring cup would be really awesome to have. I don't have one, so I'm just gonna basically, I just fill this up. What I did was I just measured how much I filled it up. I filled it up to be about 1 of these and a half. So then I did another 1 of these and a half, which ended up being right here, and I did another 1 of those and a half. So there's 3 potassium nitrates that I have. So then I'm gonna pour this into my pan where I'm gonna cook it and mix it, and then I'm going to do the same amount, which is this 1 and a half of sugar, and then this 1 and a half of sugar. So it should be right about there, a little bit there. Cool. So that way you can just measure it out. Pour this in there. Bam. Next, pour this in the mixture. Bam. Honestly, this might be too much mixture, but it's cool. You get yourself something like that. The next thing you want to do is you want to be able to mix it. So you can't have them all together. You want to mix as much as you can. So I'm saying use your hand. I just want to put my hand in there just to do it. You want to get yourself a spoon and thoroughly mix them together. All right. Let's do that. Then you're gonna do some baking soda. I'm not gonna put a lot. Just gonna put like a small tablespoon. Now this isn't an exact measurement because it depends on how much you want. So like, I want a lot. So I'm gonna need to do, you know, the same ratio, but just with how much I'm trying to make. So as long as the ratio stays the same between how much you're trying to make, it'll all balance out and be good. So for me, this is a big amount, and so if I can get this dang thing open, probably shouldn't have done that. I gotta put it in a bag, but for me, I just need a little bit, not a lot. It's like probably, yeah, about that much. That'll work. You're gonna go ahead and mix it. Now, apparently, what I've seen online is people would mix it with the while they're cooking it, then they throw the dye in there. So let's go do with that. Mixing up this explosive stuff to make a smoke screen that's not gonna blow up. Oh, one more thing I almost forgot. This is really important. For this pretty much this mixture to work at all, you're absolutely gonna need to grab yourself some Adobe. If you're not using Adobe for pretty much any kind of like superhero gadget, to chemical or non, and you're not using Adobe, I don't know what you're doing with your life. So make sure you're going to have to put yourself a little, just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. Depends on your stove. If your stove is really hot, you want to have it medium. You don't want to have it like extremely hot. You want to keep it like a solid medium, like a little less than medium. You want to keep it low on low. You don't want to keep it too hot. You know, just to be safe, and because you want the things being like right in your pot and everything's burning and on fire and you're screwed. I've done that before, and my mom's pissed about it, so I recommend not doing that unless you want to piss off your mom and her kick you out of the house. So you're gonna mix it right, and it's gonna start turning like this. Start looking really good. Straight up all coming. That's a great sign. Looking good, it's coming along. Alright, let's finish it off. I want about 3 spoonfuls, so not too much. Pretty much just one pack should work. There's a lot of stuff. One pack of these, bam. Bam. I'm gonna go back in there and mix it. Mix it again. I'm turn down a little bit because it's nice and cooked, so I don't need it to be like to cook anymore. I don't want it to combust right now, because that would be the worst thing. And honestly, I might need some more of the dye, to be totally honest. You want to pour it in whatever it is that you're going to be using, okay? So like we said, we're using this, among other things too, but for right now, let's do this. You want to kind of, like I said, keep it safe. You want to be quick too, because if you're not quick, it'll legit like get too hot or too cooked, and it's gonna like be all burnt, and you don't want that because that's not good. Fill it up, like I said. You want to make sure you have a hole in here deep inside, and that way you can like put a fuse in there. You know what I'm saying? There's like a nice deep hole. And then, bada bing, bada boom. Oh, for the pan is really important. What I do is I fill it up with water, hot water, and just let it just, you know, cook a little bit. And then the hot water just cleans the pan. You don't want the pan dirty, and I definitely recommend cleaning the pan maybe a couple times, because you don't want to be eating this stuff if you're going to be cooking with it. Yeah, pretty much it. Put a fuse in there, make it look cool. Bam! I'll give you guys a small little taste of the potential of it, and then tomorrow I'll show you exactly what this one does, because I don't have time to do it tonight because it's too dark. So I'll give you a little sample of this one, just a little bit right there, a little tiny bit, and then we'll just let that, just so you can get a taste. All right.